Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Shelley's Show and Tell. I'm your host, Shelley Hancock, and thank you so much for taking your Monday morning to join us. Today, we are going to talk about our OxyPro Serum. Last week, we went over our Real Balance Serum. This week is the OxyPro. They go a little bit hand in hand as they were formulated to be in the oxygen infusion treatment or oxygen machine. But I got to tell you, we've reformulated them at the beginning of the year, and I actually use both of these products a lot in many other ways other than just the oxygen machine. So our chief success officer is going to go over, or dive in deep, I should say, into the great ingredients in our OxyPro Serum, and then go back on my website and listen to last week's about the Real Balance Serum so you can understand that a little bit more as well. But as I do every Monday morning, we're going to start off this morning with Louise Hay. You can heal your life. And truly, you guys, I mean this when I say on Monday mornings, I get up, I go into my office where I have my library of books, and whichever book jumps off the shelf at me, that's the one that I open. And it's so interesting because it always feels like it's just so on purpose of what's going on right now. So Louise Hay jumped out at me, and this is the first page of her first chapter in the book. Life is really very simple. What we give out, we get back. What we think about ourselves becomes the truth for us. I believe that everyone is responsible for everything in our lives, the best and the worst. Every thought we think is creating our future. Each of us creates our experiences by our thoughts and our feelings. The thoughts we think and the words we speak create our experiences. We create the situations, and then we give our power away by blaming the other person for our frustration. No person, no place, and no thing has any power over us, for we are the only thinkers in it. When we create peace and harmony and balance in our minds, we will find it in our lives. Which of these statements sounds like you? People are out to get me. Everyone is always helpful. Each one of these beliefs will create quite different experiences. What we believe about ourselves and about our life comes true. Like she says, it's so simple. What we give out, we get back. So I'm going to put it over to Jess, because she always has these words of wisdom that we all love to hear.
That was a beautiful choice, Shelley. It makes me think of my mom, because when I was young, I would worry. We all have those moments where we worry, what is everyone else going to think? Everybody's going to be judging me, and she said something to me when I was young that maybe sounds tough, but she said, Jess, you're not so important that everybody's thinking about you. And I was like, ooh, that stings. But the reality is that the filter we look at the world through and how we choose to take responsibility for how we show up and how we feel, there's those three mindsets, right? You're going to have the victim mindset, the critic, the judge, and so we have to realize that we can take responsibility at any given moment for the entire experience that we're having, even if it's not the most optimal moment. We still have the power to take responsibility for everything in our lives. And I think that's a huge epiphany that we all have at some point in our lives, when we realize, oh, I'm responsible for absolutely everything, especially how I choose to feel about that. No one has the power to take your emotions from you. And when you blame someone, you made me angry, Shelley, really, I'm handing my power over to you. You could say something you wanted about me, and the reality is it doesn't make it true. Right? And I know that. So, and obviously I know you only say beautiful things about me, but that being said, again, that doesn't make it true. What I choose to feel and how I choose to see it, you could say beautiful things about me, but if I choose not to believe them or perceive them as my own center, then it doesn't matter what other people tell us we are. We have that power.
It is so much easier to take responsibility for our thoughts and our actions and our words and everything when it turns out good, right? Then when there's something that happens that stings a bit, like you said, that's when it's really hard to go, oh yeah, I created that. Oh shoot, but the more we can do that, then just the better life gets. It's fabulous. Jess, OxyPro. Okay, we created it to go into the oxygen fusion machine, and it gives a beautiful, beautiful oxygen treatment. I happen to cocktail it in every single treatment I do now because it's just yummy, yummy. That's what I'll say, yummy, yummy. And we'll let you go into the ingredients.
Well, and it is a really beautiful product, but because it's created for the oxygen machine, sometimes a lot of other product lines, they make it like you have to be in that box. But at Shelley Hancock and with Cool and Skin Experts, we don't put a little box around our professionals. We want you to cocktail. We want you to make it match your client's skin's needs and really use your intelligence, your education, and your experience. So we made our products with your intelligence and then our experts to do the sciencey sides of it, to really be flexible. And so there's so much more, like you said, that you can do with that OxyPro than just put it inside your oxygen machine. It is beautiful in there, and it creates a really beautiful result with our oxygen machine especially. But if you don't have one, that's okay, because maybe you're not at that point in your journey as an esthetician, or it's just not the direction you're heading. That doesn't mean you can't use this product. So definitely take some time to watch last week's on Real Balance, because I do want to tell you that the OxyPro does overlap, and it has that beautiful purified distilled water inside there. And we talked a little bit about why that's so important and what it means. It's a very high quality product. It's going to create a really luxury result driven sort of treatment. But we're putting that excellence in there to make sure our products are highly moisturizing. And when you're dealing with the OxyPro, what you really want to know is that is a great product for your mature client. So someone who maybe has a bit of the drier, whereas the Real Balance is, a bit of the oilier. So we've got that. You've got those two distinct, simple ways to know which one to choose. So if you're dealing with the OxyPro, you really want all those yummy ingredients that are going to help with pigment, hydration, fine lines, just protection, UV protection, and just a lot of peptides that are going to be really, really beneficial. So we talked about aloe and we talked about distilled water, and that is in here. So really take some time to listen to that last week's, and then know that on top of those ingredients, we also have licorice inside here, which I love because for the mature skin type, we sometimes have pigment. I have some here on my cheek. I'm starting to get that over melanin production, right? Like I'm having that. And what is great about licorice is not only will it brighten as we use it, it will also, so you can pair it in all sorts of different ways, in all sorts of different modalities in the treatment room with equipment that's going to help enhance and lift and brighten. But the licorice is going to help also remove that existing melanin. So it's going to help repair and restore, because at Shelley Hancock, I think everyone knows that Shelley's a big advocate of doing things that don't have a lot of downtime, that will go towards protecting the skin, that you can get the results without having long-term degradation. And that's something that the OxyPro really does do. And so we can lighten, brighten, and heal. And so that's something really special when we look at that licorice root, which is such a powerful ingredient. And then we look back to the fact that there's matrixyl 3000, which is a really repairing peptide that is going to support restoring that collagen and that elastin in the skin. So when we're pairing it with those modalities like microcurrent, when you cocktailing this, you get that conductivity, and the RF, it pairs really well. Not only can you use it with those pieces of modalities or those pieces of equipment or machine or toys, as Shelley would call them, you can also use this as a treatment serum and use it with like your Regenerate, and it will lift and tone. And then inside here, you have white tea, which is a really, really great ingredient. The licorice root in conjunction with the matrixyl 3000, and add in white tea. So what we're looking at here is that UV protectant. So keeping in mind that all of our products really have that synergy of ingredients like hemp, and a lot of those other ingredients that support as you layer them in. There's not specifically hemp inside the OxyPro, but as you layer those other products in their at-home treatment and cocktail them in the treatment room, you will be layering in ingredients that have that probiotic, microalgae, and then the hemp and really supporting the minerals, vitamins, and antioxidants. So when Shelley cocktails this with the anti-aging moisturizer and potentially the glow serum and the OxyPro, or however you want to do it, depending, you're getting that synergy from the product. It works really well to create a nice glide and slip. And I find in a personal experience, the difference between that cocktail with the OxyPro and the anti-aging moisturizer and a few other, depending on the client's needs, ingredients, I feel the microcurrent much better, the conductivity in a personal experience overall than I do with, what am I looking for?
This conductive gel.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for, the conductive gel. So, and then the conductive gel seems to dry out much quicker. So when you're using this combination, not only are you getting a really beautiful treatment for your client, you're getting a really amplified experience with your equipment that requires that conductivity, and you're using this product to help create that. Okay, so now we got that conductivity and we're getting a beautiful treatment from our modality. But not only are we doing that, we're using a very synergistic sort of blend of ingredients that are powerfully providing results, that when they sit up from the table, the pairing of the modality with this product is really helping the skin be nourished, repaired, replenished, and showing results immediately, which we know our mature client wants, right? I mean, I think any client wants it, but when you're a bit more mature, you want to sit up from the table and see a difference. You want to look at your before and after and really be like, wow, something's happening. So when we use these products in combination, they're synergistically blended to be powerful together. So you're not going to have to worry about that molecular construct not complementing what you want to achieve for your client. Shelley, I feel like you have some inspiration.
No, I just wanted to tease you and say, I don't think you're old enough yet to talk about mature skin about yourself. You're not in that age range.
I was like over there in the mirror, like, not sagging eyelids, not sagging eyelids. I was like, oh no.
So you are spot on about this whole cocktail, this combination with the pieces of equipment. I've noticed since I've been using the cool products with my equipment, they do conduct much better. I've known my clients for years. So, you know, all of you as estheticians, you're very aware of what your client typically looks like at the end of a treatment. And since I've started using the cool products, I just see a boost in the end results. And just, you know, the anti-aging moisturizer and the OxyPro have been my go-to cocktail now for what, year and a half. And I have to say, just in the last month or so, I've started adding in about 3 drops of the glow serum. And again, boom, just another little boost of those end results, a little more conductivity with all of this together. It's just fun. It's fun to see those results happening right in front of you with your client.
I personally, my skin is dry right now because I'm in Nebraska, and that's what the ladies did for me. They did a treatment on me and they added some glow serum into that cocktail. And honestly, my skin just feels amazing now. We had another client come in the other day, night before. She was like, oh, it's okay. She came in the next morning and was like, my skin, and just bought the whole line. She was like, I can't believe how good my skin feels. She's like, this is really something. So it is, use it yourself. The product speaks for itself. Try it in different ways, you know, outside your oxygen machine. If you can also apply like a nice layer before the red or green LED, depending on the product you're choosing, but red in this instance, you can use it there and really get beautiful results. So you can combine it in ways to prevent any plateauing as you go on that journey with your client.
As simple as just kind of using it as a toner, because it's a thin product. So just apply it as a toner before you put your moisturizer, you know, or you can cocktail it in with our daily moisturizer and make it just one step. But yeah, I love it under LED. If I'm just doing somebody with a really quick LED treatment or nap and glow that we have at Skin Experts, I just like to apply a layer of that OxyPro on there. So get creative with it. And then do please go back and watch last week. We've said it a couple of times now, Jess and I, but it's really important for you to see these 2 products that they just, how do I say this? We made them for a specific purpose, but realized once we made them, all the uses we can have for them. So don't shy away from getting either one of them because you don't have an oxygen machine. And then kind of to end today, I just wanted to give you all a little insider's information. I don't know if you saw the email that went out this morning, but I have a new toy. We're actually getting it in a beautiful blue color. And this is a simple hot, cold unit. And I've been playing around with this for about a month or so now on my clients, just as simple as using the heat in the beginning of the treatment to get the blood flowing. And at this time of year, everybody's going, oh my gosh, that feels so good. What is that? Just some simple heat. And then the cold, this gets very cold. So what a great way just to close those pores and end a treatment off. What a great thing to do after you wax somebody. They're going to love you for putting that cold on their lip or their eyebrow area. Or how about after you do extractions to take down inflammation? So we've just put this up on the website, and we actually have it on a pre-order sale. It'll be here in about 2 weeks, maybe even less. So just another fun toy. You guys always know I'm on the lookout for new things for us. Anything you want to end off with, Jess?
No, I think that was wonderful. And I'm excited for some new toys. We're seeing some great results in the treatment room. And also, I will say, take some time to go on the webpage and look at these products, because not only are they great products, but they're really, really effective and affordable for professionals to use in their treatment room as well. So you can,
retail.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. Okay, everyone, it's time for you to go off and make it a great day. I appreciate you joining us so much, and have a good Thanksgiving. Bye for now.